Uh-huh.
Good morning.
Good morning, Susan.
How are you, Larry?
Doing fine, thank you. How are you?
All kinds of stuff on the spread
Wow.
today.
Hey, goodness.
Okay.
Morning. Well, I said that, didn't I? I take it back.
I should get some through.
Stock up. Greetings.
That was so fun seeing you and Cheryl in the parking
Oh,
lot yesterday.
fun, yeah, I see a couple old people.
Was your arm sore?
Only very, very slightly. Only this morning I had the first twinge.
Yeah, I got that pneumonia one and man, my arm was sore for days.
I remember I've had so many of those
Yeah.
precautionary things, you know, the shingles and the pneumonia and all that, so I can't remember what it's like.
Well, Scott's not gonna be here, so you can read his name.
Okay.
Scott's not gonna be here?
Uh-uh.
Dalton's not.
Oh,
Oh,
I hope we have quorum,
Yeah.
because we need to vote. Today. Yeah.
But Susan, was that,
We
how do
should.
you do, right?
Yeah, it tastes great.
Okay.
I got it.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Whatever you.
Hi. Hello.
Hello, love that green on you.
Thank you.
I think you're in. the
So
lead
breakfast is
today,
on you, yeah?
Dorsey.
Yeah, help yourself.
Okay, thanks.
Where's Scott?
Scott is not here today, and I don't think Dalton is either.
Dalton isn't either, yeah.
But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we have 4.
Okay, good.
So Dorsey is in charge today.
We're in trouble today, supposed to be.
Ooh.
Oh, we've got 7.
Does he have to stand on
Dorsey
his head
gets a
so we
haircut.
can read his name?
Like, do,
5, 6, 7, I didn't count.
well,
it.
that shows that my skill set.
I thought I was the only one that did that. I can't say nothing, 'cause I don't even have mine on.
Well, you're out of here.
Okay, thank you.
Right, so we're gonna.
I was kidding you. I
So
said,
you were.
I said Dorsey needs a haircut.
Well,
Larry,
I
everyone's
do,
picking on
actually.
you today.
I really did.
I'd be all like, pick on a good nose.
Today,
accused
are we
of
all
all
ready?
kinds of
Can I
various
start
things.
recording?
All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the September meeting of the Superior Historical Commission, and we will begin preliminary matters with the roll call over to JG.
Larry Dorsey,
Here.
Karen Walagorski,
Here.
Barn, we can still.
Okay.
Mary Cartwright,
Yeah.
Errol Walagorski.
Here,
Scott, Maureen Hogue,
I'm here.
Jill Roberts, Susan Stanish,
Here.
and no council representation today.
oh no.
I think that Jean Barrett may come later,
Okay.
depending on her other meetings she has this morning. All right, we need a motion to approve today's agenda, please.
I'll move that the agenda be approved.
Motion by Karen, second,
Second.
second by Mary. Anybody
Spirit.
opposed?
Someplace.
And any public, anyone here or
No one online.
out in the, what do you call it, the Bundeswehr?
Goodness.
Not the eater.
Okay, so no public comment this morning. So we will begin with the general updates and debriefing. Just a side comment, I think Dalton is still in Portugal, actually, and a lucky guy. And Scott's otherwise occupied, so thanks for everybody being here for a quorum. So in the update department, Mary, the correspondence updates?
Yes. We've had a couple of really cool donations, as Larry knows about, since the last meeting, and I'll show a Wally picture so he can come in with his. We've had a cradle scythe given to us,
What?
a cradle scythe, I'll pull up a picture. We've had a balance scale. We've had, let me read it here, right, because my brain's gone. A pitchfork that, with wooden tines and a metal, what would you call it, Larry, another support, something at the other direction. It's
Keep
very-
the stuff from falling off.
Yeah. An ox yoke. A small display case like would either go on a table or on the wall. I think that was it. Anyway, we've had those donated, so that comes under donations as well. And I wrote thank yous to the man who donated them, who actually lives in New York, and his sister who lives up in Gun Barrel, who handled all the business of it.
And what was his name again?
Robert Hogue, and it's H-O-G-E. And I said, we have a commission member who's H-O-G-G. She had, she doesn't think there's any connection at all, because their family is just been elsewhere. It's
Interesting.
sort of a strange connection.
Seemed like we had some other donations too, but maybe that just last opening perhaps, so get caught up in those later. All right, Marshall Fire Remembrance, it's Dalton's area, but does anybody have anything to say about, update about that?
So I think it's similar to the update from last month in that, the subcommittee
You have a picture of the pitchfork.
reviewed the applicants and they're still in the process of trying to get, interviews set up. It's just taking little longer to gap, it's such a large group of people and we're just still working to do that. So. Yeah, so it's ongoing.
Okay, good summary there, it's ongoing.
And the balance.
RFI log and mass media list from Maureen.
Yes, I sent it electronically to all commission members. There are a few minor corrections on format that is set today. Does anyone have anything new to add?
I don't.
I don't.
No.
Anything from the town aspect there, JG?
And nothing new on the mass media list from my end. Does anyone have anything to add?
I think we're all up to date on that. Thanks to Maureen, thank you. Recent donation.
Thank you.
Mhm. Roman numeral 4 Lions Club and recent donations. Anything new from Lions Club that you know about?
No, but I can double dip on that when we get to that QR code
Okay,
one, because it's related.
then the recent donations at our last opening, a fellow from Louisville donated some bottles that were found at the mine campsite. He was a bottle collector. And this is, I think he got them like 50 years ago, so they're from Superior, they don't have Superior embossing on them or anything, but couple beer bottles and some I think something like cough syrup from the drugstore or something like that, so.
Beer and cough syrup.
If anyone wants to see these other pictures, now that we're going to, I can pass around my phone and you can scroll if you'd like to see the ox yoke and the things.
Oh,
So.
pass it around.
Start with that and then just scroll for 3 or 4 pictures.
It seems like something else came in that day too, but I can't remember what it is.
It must be that
Mary's trying.
I'm trying, and Scott wasn't here.
It smells smoke.
Yeah, boy, I'll tell you, it was a map.
Oh, yes, Jack Bowes gave us a map to copy and give back to him, so it's just the very same map as the one we had framed that was donated a few years ago, but it's a newer version, so I think we'll just make a copy of it and put it in our map case. And good going, Mary, I'm impressed, pull that out.
I need Jack's address and the bottle donor's address.
Yeah, and I left the donation sheets there. All that stuff was in the basement and on the table, and including the donation form.
And I've updated Karen, I left Christmas decorations and a tree skirt from the 1930s. I do not want to thank you now.
Thank you, Jill.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
And if they don't work, just let me know.
You can save the ink in your pen there, I guess.
Yes.
Okay, number 5 is QR code signage and partnership with CAPS.
So I think I showed you a design, last month. It's basically aluminum and it stands up and bends. So that at the bend, there'll be a little placard that gets attached to it. And there'll be a QR code on it. Right now, we're exploring, how the town of Superior, logo will be on this part. It can be painted, but we're also looking at whether or not they can cut it out like a laser cut. So we're still kind of in the final, but we decided to go with Royal Signs. They are the same company that installed the plaques, those big bronze plaques on the minor memorial. They were so great to work with, and they truly came in at the better pricing and really just willing to help these signs look exactly the way we want them, as opposed to another company that I worked with. I gave them all the specs I wanted and came back with something completely different because they felt it was better. And I was like, and it was astronomically more expensive. And I just was like, no, and no.
All right.
No, thank you.
Good job.
So anyway, so the reason why I mentioned, the Lions Club is that, we're gonna order about 15 for both historic and cats to do sort of that pilot program of getting these signs out. They will be mounted in concrete at the base. And so I think between Dalton and Andrew from CAPS, they are trying to figure out where exactly they want to pilot these signs. But as far as the Lions goes, I will just pull one of those signs out and have their logos put onto it and recognize the tree donation in Ashley Park.
Okay, so you're saying a whole separate sign for the Lions Club and Aspen.
But it'll look exactly like the signs that we're gonna be using. This is gonna be basically the sign that we're gonna adopt for all public art for wherever historic wants them, and we talked about putting them in different places in Grasso Park, like in front of, what's the big beast? What is that thing called?
I'm not sure.
You said it in
Oh, the
your,
threshing machine?
yeah, in the commission corner, I'm sorry. You know, like for
Dinosaur.
instance, putting one right there, you know, maybe one in front of the barn, you know, we talked, so we haven't decided on that yet, but regardless, these signs will be used throughout.
So the Lions Club isn't donating and they're gonna get one.
They're gonna get one. I felt like that was a nice gift back for all of their generosity.
Great. Now, there's already some signage by the threshing machine and.
Yeah, so maybe not there, but you know what I mean?
That's an example, okay.
Yeah.
Got it. I think
Maureen?
Wayne has a question or a comment.
Yeah. Well, JG, have you ever thought of using stickers on publications? I have an example of one. See this here? The nonprofit that produces the Braille Pocket Calendar has a QR code sticker on the publication. So you can scan it and donate to the group.
We could definitely
Their
do,
services.
we could definitely do a sticker on these placard, but
That's pretty cool.
the placard part is gonna be not expensive and easy to replace.
Did you want
If
to
the
say
QR code for some reason
Changes,
expired or changes,
because the placard has the QR on it, right?
correct.
So we don't need a sticker in addition, because the placard has it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So the placard will have like a description.
Yeah.
And then in the corner, it'll have a QR code.
So it's just like Maureen's sticker suggestion, but it's
On
on the
it's
it's lasered into the placard.
correct.
Okay, got it. Got it.
It's a good idea.
Can we pause a minute so you can introduce yourself? I don't know if I heard about that yet.
Oh, I'm a volunteer. I'm Nancy Thomas. Hi, I was here, I was here, at one of your earlier meetings, Wally and Karen informed me, and then, I was told, just please come. So
Welcome.
I'm here.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, I knew her after the last opening too.
Yeah.
You met a lot of us. So.
I did. I was actually at 2 museum days, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I'm trying to get my neighbors to,
Well, it's an option.
what was that?
I said begin smoothly,
Yeah.
Whatever you say. Okay.
it's high.
Oh, I figured.
Okay, down in the debriefing.
Hang on,
department.
just a second, Larry, I was just gonna pop this up.
Oh, okay. Oh, JG's putting up an example.
Calendar for next
It was there a minute ago.
Yeah.
It's good.
So this part right here is what we're talking about having laser cut instead of painted on.
Mm.
And then this is, it's hard to tell on this particular one. But you can see, so this would be a removable piece if we needed it to be.
Oh,
So this is bigger than what we're looking at. We're looking at about 8 inches wide by about 2 feet tall. But it would be based in concrete like this. And then there's one more, if I can take your time. So this is a slightly different version, but this has a cutout, and this is a possibility of going with straight aluminum color like that.
Is that one taller?
That one's much taller, but we're not gonna be that big, yeah, these are just examples.
Yeah.
one more or less expensive than the other.
The aluminum is very affordable.
I actually like the aluminum piece.
Yeah, the black one is
Paint wears-
aluminum too.
Yeah, okay, but it's painted,
Yes,
so the paint wears off,
it could,
yeah.
yeah. But that company that I will not name, decided to substitute with steel.
Oh, is that what?
Yeah, it was extremely expensive, and it eventually will rust.
Well, both of those really look good.
Yeah, so we're getting in on the home stretch. I think probably by next month, Dalton will have a suggested list of pilot locations.
Okay.
But the cool thing is that if we don't like where they are, we can just switch that placard out and move it somewhere else.
That's good.
Yes, the base would stay there.
Yeah, the concrete base would be small enough that even if we took the sign away, I don't think it would. You know, and if it's a tripping hazard, then I'll just take a hammer to it.
Not a bad day at work.
Yeah. Instead of going to those places.
All right, thank you. That's really exciting. Now the August 2nd open day.
So don't we talk about September?
I think,
We already have our,
I think we mean September.
yeah, we do.
Oh, no, that's when we had. That's right, it was
We
September.
already had our open Tuesday. So
Wasn't
what
that
was it?
funny? None of us caught that.
I saw
I
it.
just now caught on to what you're saying, yeah, okay.
What was the date of
Is
that?
that September for both 1 and 2
That was
then?
Yeah.
6,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes, exactly.
So that should be September 6th.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
And then what day
Well,
was the work session?
Well, you guys were
A week
alert
ago
over there.
today.
Yeah, so.
12.
okay, so on the 2nd of September, our 2 museums were open and any reactions or things to discuss?
That was September 6th.
You know, it was good, it was not a lot of people. I think we had 4, didn't we, Wally?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so it wasn't
Yeah.
heavily attended because we had the weekly protest at Tesla and the Chili Fest, so I think that was very both in competition.
Everybody was over eating chili and drinking beer.
I think there were
And
about
protest.
10 altogether at Grass House. Scott had let them know there'd been 8. And then we had 2 more in the afternoon.
Okay, and then September 8th work session.
Well,
Did you get something done?
We, so it was Catherine and I,
Yeah,
and we worked on the catalog. So
and you got a lot done.
we got a lot done, and we'll have a more in-depth update when we get to that part.
Oh, okay. Okay, Heritage Roundtable met yesterday and oh, trying not to take too much time, a lot going on. Historic Boulder has a lot going on. The Ghost Walk is coming up in late October. And it's gonna include the some of the big houses on Mapleton Hill and the Oddfellows Hall there on Pearl Street, which we have a chance to go inside it, apparently there's a haunted story connected with the.
That building's
With
great.
that, with that Odd Fellows Hall. And, also they're gonna have a ribbon cutting in November at the Boulder Theater for they restored the facade at the Boulder Theater. And the History of Niwot book is available on Amazon if you're interested. Kathy Kaler put that together, and it's one of those where you order it and they print the copy and send it out. And Sylvia Pettit has reissued her biography or her book about Mary Rippon. It was the Mary Rippon Theater's named for, and she was the first female professor at CU and had the secret life. And now that means you have to go buy the book.
I mean, Larry, what was the date of those, the ghost tour?
Well, I'm saying late October, because that's what the director said.
Okay, but not.
Because there's about 3 different walking tours in the same week. There's gonna be a Pearl Street walking tour, and what was the other one? Oh, I guess.
But not a definitive date in October, just.
Go to the Historic Boulder website. There's,
Okay.
like I said, there's 3 different walks happening in the same week, and I think it's probably the 3rd week in October, I'd say.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You might remember at 119th and Arapahoe, there's a historic farm there, the Wanaka Farm. The Wanakas have connection to Superior, but Chuck Wanaka passed away a couple of years ago, and his farm is really like a museum. And it looks like Boulder County is getting a historic designation on that. And so that it won't be disposed of to build another Lowe's or something like that.
Where did you say that was? What, in Arapahoe?
119th, east side of Lafayette.
Oh, okay, oh, yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
well, Arapahoe turns into Highway 7.
yes, yeah, okay.
Was
And
that
also-
all of his land in that area when where they built?
Yeah, I think right now they haven't built on it yet, but it's that'd be south. Well,
But
it's
the
on the
whole,
south side.
like Wanaka Lake area, was that his land too, or is that? separate?
Different branch of the Wanaka family.
Okay.
You might remember, or you might take a look in your Law Superior book, because his mother was the first teacher at the Eggleston School, I think, and so maybe it was his grandmother, actually. So they have a lot of roots here. You know, the pylons at Arapahoe and 287, that have been in the discussion for quite a while, but saving them somehow because they've been terribly abused. Looks like the city of Lafayette is coming up with a scheme to move those to 95th and Arapahoe. And therefore save them from,
Good, they need to be saved.
yes, because remember that was a
Mhm.
World War I memorial, 9 miles from 287 in Arapahoe to Boulder. And, okay, that's what's going on in the roundtable department. Okay, so under discussions, the work plan, check-in, finalize the minor memorial design.
Did everyone get, the email I sent? Did you maybe get a chance to look at that? I know I sent it kind of late, but I can bring it back up.
I thought I did. Oh, yeah, we did. Yeah, that's the one that has the input from us about what our suggestions for the miners memorial.
What?
This is all it's just in the video.
Oh, I'm Cassie because I don't understand.
Okay, so, the artist is really excited to get started, but obviously needs some direction. So this would be a great time for us to whittle this down as best we can. And then I was hoping next month to invite him in a Zoom meeting, you know, on Zoom, so that he can have a conversation and potentially finalize. If we don't finalize it today, we could finalize it next month, but he just needs,
I'm not
he
really,
needs to start going. So,
can't wait.
so we started out with what should the minor be wearing? And you see here what we have here. So we're kind of in between bib overalls and work pants and shirt. High boots or not, you know, that kind of thing. These are all important. Cause he basically carves it out of clay, life size. So it just needs that direction. Any thoughts?
Well, number one, second bullet was my suggestion, because if you look at, can you show the one from Target? There's so many of these, memorials, they're wearing the mushroom hat. And,
Kind of blurry.
so I was wondering, maybe go back to the, what preceded those, that being the hog oil lamp and the soft hat. So it's just, that's just up for discussion, that's an idea I had. And all of our industrial mine guys seem to be wearing, the photos we have on modern times show them with the hard hat and the lamp
Yeah,
and the battery, so those are all options, I guess.
I guess we need to think about what era do we want? Do we
Yeah.
want our minor in the 1920s, or do we want it in the 1890s, or that kind of thing? Well, especially the lamp, the big overalls, they stretched all through those decades. So when were most of them killed in the mine?
That's what I was just trying to think, it was, boy, it went clear up into a couple years before it closed, you know.
So almost the whole span.
I think that's a good, it could be a good rule of thumb to follow, but a lot of them came, were in the teens, 19
Yeah, that's what I thought I remember. But I think having something different than the other statues around would make it that much more
right.
interesting.
I like the ones with the soft cap and the little like, oil light on it.
So would that maybe be a good direction to go? The soft cap?
That was back
So what,
pretty much in the beginning.
yeah, I think
Yeah,
if
late
we all,
18, early 1900s, huh?
I'm seeing a lot of head nodding on the soft cap, so we choose the cap. If you work head down, you want to go, the cap was, I'm making this up, 1910. You know, give or take 5 years, so we want to keep the rest of the minor in that era. Right?
And I think Mary's comment about the bib overalls kind of being
Yeah.
throughout the
but,
time.
Yeah, you can see on that picture up there that some of the guys are wearing trousers and shirts,
Mhm.
and that's 1942, I suppose.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and that's getting back towards the
But there's
tail
also-
end of everything. I think we should probably go earlier. That's just my thought.
So bib overalls
I would be
I think
interested in
so,
that.
yeah.
and the boots, are
Well,
they tucked in? Are they out?
and see how the boots, the pant legs are covering with boots in those cases,
Yeah.
I think, you know, the hard toe boots would be
Yeah.
good.
Yes, hard toe, they all hard toe.
Yeah, but when you go into the pictures that are in your document that's up, there's a mix
I have one.
of high boots. So they're either ankle and not tucked in,
Well,
but
that
there's
guy's
several
got-
high boots with them tucked in.
It would be a little
They-
different, wouldn't it, to have those high boots?
Like this?
Yeah,
That would be.
yeah, and the guy on the, front seated row, viewers left.
When was this taken?
Over here.
Do you know?
I don't,
Maureen,
Maureen has.
I would guess that was,
I have just one input, JG. You were asking about the expression on the face. I think it should be started by determining we want him to look heroic, the statue in memory of those who died. So it should be started by heroic. We need to make that look well, inspirational, I guess.
okay. So back to the booths, are we maybe gonna favor something like this, or this doesn't look to have laces, or but it looks like they, I don't know, those almost look like pants.
I think if we're
These are
going
definitely tucked in.
well, and I was gonna say, if we're going earlier, I would think laces were probably more common
Okay,
based on manufacturing capabilities.
okay,
Would be my gut, that's not based in fact.
okay, so and I'll mention tucked in. What equipment or other objects should the minor carry or have nearby? And suggestions are canary cage or lunch pail, shovel instead of a pick, similar equipment as the Joe Campbell minor at Target, which he has a pick and a lunch pail.
Well, you could do a shovel, and where the lunch pail is, you could do a canary.
I wouldn't think the canary cage, because they stayed down in the mine, so the miner wouldn't carry it up and down
True.
every day.
Yep.
Um,
But it could be kind of just a neat, but I don't know how they get it to look like a cage.
I would ask
Could be a
the
challenge, huh?
designer, what, yeah. The sculptor, I guess, it is. How would you do that?
If it could be done at
Yeah.
all. And yeah, like,
I mean, it goes into where my thought is, and maybe this is wrong because it's a memorial, is that, you know, who was I with in the museum, and they asked what the cage was, and I said it was for the canary. And I'm like, well, what's that? And no idea
yeah.
of that concept.
even if a minor wouldn't carry it in, it might.
At some
be
point, they
as
carried
kind of an
it in, or they
education.
stood it,
Yeah.
as they stood down in the mind, it would, yeah, I think it brings a good
Yeah.
conversation to a point, period of time. But because it's, well, what is the cage?
Yep.
Why did they have a canary? And this was an adult. And I went so far as saying, like, you know, the song from the Police, the canary in the coal mine. And they're like, well, yeah, and I was like, yeah, yeah, so.
Listen to the song.
Uh-huh.
And to satisfy me, that could be the first day the mine's opening in September.
Yes.
And being closed all summer.
Or they just came up from the winter and it was all safe because the canary came out.
And I think if we're gonna do a canary cage, we don't wanna base it on on what's in the museum. We wanna
No.
do the actual small little square one or whatever you wanna call it, looks like wood or was wood.
Mhm.
That, because that's what they had down in the mine, I think.
And there is one of those in the Lafayette Museum. If we need a photo to send them.
Oh,
Yes,
Great suggestion.
yes, Lafayette's got it.
I mean, Louisville.
Those are
Whatever,
Well,
city right
I
there.
think Lafayette has it too.
all right, moving on, the stance or pose, we have quite a bit.
So is he actually working pose or walking into work? You know, so we have to, is it upright or is he scrunched down doing something?
The canary
I don't think
cage, people probably don't understand how that is.
I kind of like the guy, so in the bottom photo, this guy kneeling with his shovel.
Oh,
That one, yeah. It doesn't go quite as well with our canary, but
And I think Dalton liked this one.
yeah. Oh, I like that one. It's just so similar to the one by Target that.
Yeah, I mean, he's got his up high.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, where is this gonna be placed? I
There's
Gatsby Park.
Yeah, there's a memorial at on the, what is the front, even though it's the back for us on the street,
Right,
out in the park area.
okay.
There's a miners memorial there for those who perished in the mines.
Oh,
So
okay.
can someone let her in? Nancy is saving my eyeballs.
Oh.
Oh,
Nancy, my.
Nancy's always rescuing.
Nancy gets the assist on that.
Happy Friday.
I would love to talk to you after this meeting.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. Thank
Okay.
you. Blue light glasses.
Well, maybe connected with the stance is also the expression that we've been.
It's true.
Yeah,
And that is that, you could be tired. Could be forlorn over, the state of working in the mine or, probably not smiling. Since it's a memorial to.
well, I think if they're standing, you're gonna see more of this, more of the statue as opposed to bending over.
Yeah.
You tend to lose, especially if you're trying to look at what they're wearing on the front, you're gonna lose most of that. Myself, I would say standing, but whatever everybody else likes.
Well, going back to that one where he has his hands on the handle of the pick, there could be
You do that.
fatigue after a long,
Mm-hmm.
after 8 or 10 hours in the
Almost
mine.
resting on, I don't
Yeah.
know.
That's a
Yeah,
good
you
idea.
do that on a shovel.
Yeah, it could use the shovel fed too. Like that.
Dalton made, I had to share, he made the funniest comment about the Target one. He said he just looks so fresh and
Oh.
not tired, like he just got out from a spa.
Oh.
Clean shaven, smiling.
Oh, should we give him a good old Eastern European mustache too?
You know, that might be a good idea, so
Yeah.
instead of having a clean shaven look, giving him a beard or what, like Larry
Look at all
said.
the
Look at the guy in
Yeah.
the right's expression. I love that.
Yeah.
face.
This one?
Uh-huh.
He's kind of proud.
Uh-huh. He's like, I'm tough.
Yeah.
I've got this. And don't mess
What
with
is
me.
it? It's like back row, no mustache, well, there's a few, and then mustache.
That's
Uh-huh.
interesting,
Yeah, are you gonna have a mustache on?
That was the superior mustache gang.
That?
That's a great idea.
Those were popular back. Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, look
Okay,
at
there's
he's got long.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
You
hand.
know, a lot of them came from Slovakia or something.
Yeah.
That's.
I think hair on the face, mustache or whatever is one of the ways you should go.
Didn't
more
exactly
realistic.
wear beards though, did they?
No, it doesn't look like.
Yeah, I don't think they did.
Didn't somebody say that in here about a beard?
I don't
In
know.
one of them?
They used to just.
Why am I remembering that?
Expression somewhere?
Is it in the face part?
Yeah. No,
No.
they look more rugged with the mustache, I think. She wanted.
Facial hair, right there, the
Yeah.
fourth bullet.
Yeah, I like a mustache or nothing like it.
Facial hair.
Yeah.
Okay, but back to, just so we don't lose track on this one. Are we thinking? Are we thinking close to this, but with a shovel? Is that the angle here?
I may be leaning a bit more, not quite so upright.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Got an agreement on that? We're looking. Kind of at that fellow leaning against his pick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I'm just gonna highlight this one, but we know we're gonna say a shovel, right?
So I like, if what are these, I don't know how much the base is. I forget the size of the base.
40 inches by 40 inches.
So you see the tracks running through that guy, the guy standing by?
Oh, the really?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Oh.
Oh.
For the base, right?
Uh-huh.
Back when I was brainstorming, I wanted to see a mule by him, but.
For another 30.
Yeah.
you have to write the mule too, you know.
There you
But
go.
we have the mine car for
Yeah.
Gatsby too.
Uh-huh.
So I
So you can
like.
just have the rails, what you're talking
Uh-huh,
about.
yeah, just have
Okay.
rails.
That's a good idea.
Maybe have rails
Yeah,
go
if
through.
they get that on there, that's a good idea.
Okay,
I mean, we can ask if he can't design it or it takes us out of the price, we change our mind.
Well, if you can do a lunch pail, I think you do
Well,
rail.
he'll likely do some sort of something anyway,
Right.
so it could be that he could just carve out, it may not be
But it
realistically as
symbolizes
wide.
it, yeah.
Yeah, but it could be something,
Maybe just one.
or just one.
One rail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so facial, I think Maureen said stoic, um,
Well, I would think more, she said, also said determined, like, you know, if you're down there working, you are determined and you're not.
Tired and determined.
Determined,
Yes.
coming out alive.
Yeah, yeah,
so maybe,
Weird.
maybe a little
Yeah.
mournful because people were killed too, right? So somebody had said that earlier.
or just weary.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't put them all up there, he's the artist.
Okay,
Look at
We don't
that.
want them looking like they're going to a rape. Right.
or
Came
God
from the
just got out of the spa.
Oh,
Yeah.
With the glove.
I laughed so hard in my office by myself when I read that.
that is fun.
they used her Old Spice skin conditioner.
Feel the burn.
Okay, so we're saying facial hair, probably maybe a mustache.
Yeah, go with mustache, I think.
Yeah,
Not
I don't wanna, I'll edit this
Yeah.
later. Age range, we kinda had, it seems like everybody's kind of in forties or older,
yeah,
I think it should be a veteran minor.
yeah.
Yeah.
a seasoned fighter.
Anyway,
Because he's,
between 40 and 50 probably.
Yeah, I was gonna say 40 to 50 when I'm
Yeah.
trying to remember the dates of the ages based on the dates that are on the memorial.
well, they were all over the place.
All over the place.
Yeah.
or some younger.
Okay,
Yeah,
there were some younger.
These all look kind of younger, but there's a few older gentlemen in there. But, and then there's that one.
Yeah.
Well, some of those guys are smiling for the camera, so.
Yeah.
Okay, I think this would probably be good enough to get him started. And then, like I said, next month we'll invite him in at the beginning of the meeting
That'd be great.
to really solidify and just let you ask any other questions you might have and let him just meet you.
Could you ask him?
That would be great.
To send some pictures of other work he's done that might be similar to,
I can send
that we
you,
could say, ooh, the concept of, ooh, this
Yeah.
guy's smiling and they didn't just go to the spa.
yeah,
To get,
he did say he's never done a minor, but I can send you the link to his
yeah,
website.
that would be
Yeah.
helpful.
Is he local?
No, he's actually in Nebraska, but he works directly with, the foundry in,
Loveland.
Oh,
Loveland, Lions, Loveland,
Loveland probably.
Loveland, yes. So local, yes, sort of,
Yeah. Yeah, Nebraska.
Where he gets his stuff
Anything local.
Yeah.
forged, I guess.
yeah, so all of his bronze pours are in Colorado,
He's supporting the economy.
correct.
All right, that's exciting, you guys.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a miner that died that you were gonna focus on, or was I reading that in the book? He was an older man, he had been in the mines forever, and then he was killed with all this rock falling onto him. I thought I was reading about that.
Well, you might, yeah, there's those, especially that was a very common cause of their death, but there was one that was, as late as 1940, 42 along in there, so it might have been that one.
He said you modeled it after him, or something.
Okay, so we finalized that, good job. Completion of fall program monetary donation, we'll have to vote on this.
So just to clarify, you have a two-part program going that day. The Healing Bus has a fee, flat fee, but the speaker fee, so the part of the program from Right Relations, that's from 6 to 7, that's the donation part. I guess they don't specify a fee and are open to a
Oh, okay.
donation. So I know you had mentioned, that in the past, Historic has done like a $50 speaker fee, but I think we talked a little bit about, something higher.
Yes. And, I think probably a lot of organizations like us are probably generally putting out more like $100,
For,
maybe even
or
$200.
two, you know.
You know, a long time ago, we
Hi,
were
Jane.
doing 50, I think, but that was a
Yeah.
long time
Yeah.
ago. Inflation.
Okay, so what about the amount for the healing bus? So we already approved that?
I think we did.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Okay,
So, and I don't wanna jump ahead on your budget, but it is accounted for. I did project it. So I think, you know, you're down to about $188 in that account, 135 in your donation, and then you still have 2,100 some in reserve, so
Okay.
I think you're fine for the rest of the year,
Yeah.
considering all of that.
then we'll accept a motion for an amount to be donated to the Right Relationships folder. Anyone want to put forth the motion on an amount?
I move that we, donate $100 to the speaker.
I can't hear you.
I move that we, donate $100 for the speaker for the program. Of our
And Mary?
program.
Mary moves to, make it a $100 donation. Is there a second?
I'll second the.
Seconded by Susan. Discussion. One thing, is that enough?
Well, is this over and above their fees?
You know, over and above the 15.
Yeah, the healing bus is separate.
Okay, but the speaker's not charging.
No,
We
Okay,
make a donation.
okay, got it.
and then I think I'd mentioned, not that we're comparing, but CAPS does 200, I think, when they do speakers. I don't know what any of the other advisory committees do though.
Well, there's no further discussion, bring it to a vote. All those in favor of donating $100 to the Right Relationship folder, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Aye.
Thank you, Maureen.
As you vote, no.
So it looks like that passes. Okay, very good. JG 2026 annual work plan.
Yeah, I just wanna get it on everybody's radar that probably starting next month, we need to start drafting and thinking about the work plan, because we'll have October and November meetings to work on it, and we need to finalize it at the December meeting.
Okay,
And the current work plan is on the website.
Correct. Yeah, and you know, typically this group hasn't had major changes to it, but it does take time to scroll through it and make changes, updates or suggestions, you know, especially if there's potentially a new direction that anybody wants to go or anything like that. So just keep it in mind that it will be on the agenda next month for us to spend some time on that.
okay. Thank you. Collection management update, what's going on with catalog and exhibits and accessories?
Do you want to know?
Do you want to put it up on the
I'll
catalog?
pull it up. Don't
actually
wait for
displays
me.
really
Go ahead
well.
and get started. Yeah, I'll go ahead.
Catherine and I worked during the scheduled work session, and then Susan, JG and I did a planning session. And yesterday we did a mega session. Literally like 9 to 12:30.
Mega, wow.
And what we have completed is everything, the first 50 items, which was our goal, was to do 50 items. The items that were the first 50 in the donation log, nothing magic about it, because it touched a lot of things. So Grasso items are complete. ASTI exhibit and storage items are complete. We have inventoried everything that is at Grasso, so it may not be in cataloging yet, but we've acknowledged where it's at, what it is by number. put tags on things that didn't have it, some of those. We have 2 actions remaining. One is to go through the items that are recorded, but are in the barn. And we are gonna either do it right before or right after, the field trip this Thursday. Because the barn will be open and accessible and there will be good hands if we need to move stuff on that. And then there are, I don't know, maybe 5 items, 7 max, that we can't find. Or they have duplicates. So we have like an entry that says 2 milk cans and the donation form, right? Reflects what Karen put in the log, 2 milk cans. We are in possession of 3 milk cans. None were labeled, right? Or they were labeled and it fell off. None are currently labeled. So we need our donation team, so Karen, Mary, and Larry, to be in the museums with us and kind of look and go, oh, I remember when, you know, Gladys brought this in, it's this thing.
Yeah.
So we can narrow that down. And we were thinking if you all 3 can make the next work session, that would be a good day to do that. And then we're ready for the license.
Well, if my memory serves me correct, we only got 1 milk can when we were.
Well, there
I
are
think one might be a
cans that are
kerosene.
this big
Might be a
for milk,
kerosene,
and there
oh,
are
yeah.
cans that are floor this big, and we have 3. We've got the same thing
Talking
going,
about short one?
we've got 2 short ones and a tall one.
Yeah.
But we've got the same situation with Crocs.
We're Crocs.
Yeah, so we've got more Crocs than we have recorded. So,
Well, this story is really a crock, I mean.
yeah, exactly.
Oh,
So we just need to iron out, I mean, they're big enough items that I think as you guys all have taken in donations, you're gonna go, oh, it's this one.
Yeah.
But we need to, cause we thought we had one and we got to the other and I'm like, I called this crock.
Yeah.
And
I would imagine too that during the early stages when things
Yeah.
were really going quick,
crazy.
Yeah,
there were people that were scheduled to come and drop
Yes.
things off and had filled out,
Yeah.
and then there were just shower-uppers.
So most of these are
Some of
things that were
those.
brought by, people we, Listoka, Weckers. So, and again, it's only 5 or 7 items.
Yeah,
But when we went back to where 1 or 2 we had donation forms on. And the donation form says exactly what the law says, 2 milk cans.
yeah.
So we can't decipher anymore from that to know which 2 of the 3 it is.
mhm.
What's your, how many objects are in the collection?
Oh, for recorded, probably 400 and something.
So 5 or 7 is actually.
Well, that's out of the first 50.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's just funny, number two.
oh.
There's a
But
lot
that's a
of.
lot of pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it is a lot of pieces.
Well, and so, yeah, because a lot of times the donation form and literally that's all it says. So like when I did the Christmas ornaments, I changed because I'm guilty. Some of my forms say just that, right? Mine said 3 cookie cutters. Actually, it said 4 cookie cutters. So, yeah, but and so when I did the Christmas ornaments, I said, box of assorted Christmas ornaments from the 1930s, 4 Merry and Bright small, 2 Merry and Bright medium, 1 of this brand teeny. And so I changed how I was doing it instead of just saying box of Christmas ornaments.
Yeah.
So I think we're learning how to ask people about it as we've gone through, which is why we wanted to do the first 50 before we got up to our eyeballs. And then Susan and I, right after the field trips, are gonna do a webinar with Catalog It on their education, so.
Now I have a question on small milk cans you're talking about. Do we know that if there's one of those could be possibly, I forget what they used to call them, a beer can or?
No. I don't think so.
Okay,
I don't think so. Given, I mean, it just,
yeah, cause they talked about sometimes some of the kids would have to go over to the local,
yeah. Now,
tin shed
I
over
was
there.
gonna say, I would still title them milk cans. That doesn't mean they weren't used for beer and other things.
Well, no, I was just wondering, if they're big, no, they weren't,
They're big
They were
as
milk.
in,
Yeah.
they're probably 2 or 3 gallon.
oh, that's milk. can.
Yeah,
But then
but,
there's one that's
yeah, so there's,
really big.
they're the 2, anyone can see me. The two small ones probably come up to here on me,
No, oh,
right?
that's,
The big one probably comes up to here on me.
yeah,
So it's distinctively,
yeah.
which is why I go, I don't think, now that, as I said, I
Well,
don't
that's-
think, I will not put it past to be used for that, but I don't think it was designed for
No,
that.
no, it wasn't.
Yeah, yeah, because I'm picturing what you're saying and.
Yeah, they're smaller, more like a quart or
Mhm,
something.
mhm. No, these probably hold 2 to 3 gallons.
No,
So Jill, if we have the first 50 done, then what has to happen next? Have to sign up,
So,
pay another
no,
fee?
so then we have to do the license that gets us 10, I think 10 you said?
I believe.
10 user IDs. And by having the 10 user IDs, we can all be, whoever is allocated the ID can be logged in working. So where we have the donation forms and have them scanned, we can do the data entry piece. So that then we're doing just location and pictures at the museum. Versus right now, we're having to sit at the museum, find the item,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, and Susan and Catherine have dubbed it my rabbit hole. Because I go down these holes trying to figure out what it is, so.
So it may be with those 10 memberships that not everybody
Yeah.
has that user ID,
Mhm.
but for those interested,
Yeah.
you could at least, have it if you wanna help work. Otherwise, you can still go on and just look at it.
Yeah.
You don't have to have that user ID.
Yeah,
Okay, great.
How much is the license?
I think it's like 300 or 400, but that comes out of arts and history.
mhm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And we might, again, to the point of the licenses, ultimately arts may use some of this. So they would be under that user
Oh.
group too.
Okay.
Mhm.
It's a slow process to sort of have
Yeah.
arts and history serve as the parent
Okay.
to historic and caps.
Mhm.
And we're just doing a lot of budget realignment for the future for potential SCFD eligibility and things like that, so. So I'm trying to move, it's a shell game, but
But, kudos to whoever on the group, because it was before my time and before Susan's time, came up with this tool over past perfect.
Oh, that was
It's been-
JJ. That was
It's been
JJ.
super
It was
easy,
great.
so.
Yeah,
good.
that's, I'm sorry, Karen gets the credit for that. She ran into that person from Erie.
Mhm.
I think that was the day that they donated the silverware,
Yeah,
that gal.
Oh, the Wise, the
Mhm,
Wise
Wise,
family.
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, great, timing wise, we should probably move on, but I will start working on that membership.
Yeah, one other thing here, I think everybody is already doing this, but if you have new donation sheets, just leave them on the table in the basement at Asti. And then I'll go down and pick them up and make sure they get into the inventory list. Okay,
Maybe we
I
can
think
have a
everybody's
basket
already
of
doing that.
recorded, not recorded or something, I don't know.
well, yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
I pretty much know which,
Good.
Yeah,
Which-
but once you record them, JG needs to scan them
yeah,
to
if
the town.
I record them,
archive.
they won't be down there. They'll be in
No,
the
but
book.
they need to go from, the book needs to get, they need to get to JG and scan for the book.
Before they go into the book,
Yes,
cause I don't know where the book ends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think we need a recorded, a non,
yeah,
like, we need a basket.
Yeah.
They need a place to be before they go in the binder, so that I can scan them.
Okay, okay.
And then they go in the binder.
Okay,
after
you and
they
I need to
scan.
talk about
Yeah,
that. I
and-
need to
and
come
then-
down with the book.
yeah, and
Yeah.
JG, you
Okay.
and I
Yeah,
and Susan need to do another, probably a month from now, maybe 2 months. We've started using the scan forms, so,
Yeah,
and
catalog it.
yes, and we're, well, it just to look, so with where you've been putting it on our team room,
Yeah,
some things we've learned on that.
oh, okay.
So we need to,
Let's have another
we
meeting.
need to just have another, okay, this is how we're using it, so how can you do it when it goes from Karen to you? Before we start with it. Mhm.
And a big thank you to the donation team, the collections team, everybody, it's really been amazing, it was very overwhelming to even think about, and you guys have just made it happen.
Get a lot done.
Yeah,
Great.
it's impressive.
Yeah, and I need to get copies made of those donations that came in that last hoping they can send to the donors,
Mhm.
as well, so. If somebody does, I can. Okay, donation process is the next thing, and we're kind of talking about it already, so
Yeah,
Mary, I think you wanted to discuss
Yeah.
that.
Some time ago, we asked for a second table or a third table or something down in the SD basement. I think we desperately need it. To have
There's
one,
2 tables now, right?
okay, maybe one's come in since
No, there are two. What's happening is it's being used. I'm gonna call it for storage, I'm gonna say storage loosely. So we've got things sitting there because we're storing it because it needs to have a certain action on it. But then we can't work on the table.
So it's like a staging area.
Yes, so it's almost, I almost think we need another thing of shelves where it's like, these are shelves of things to be done. These are the done and leave the tables for working. I'm afraid I'm gonna knock something off the table.
Yeah.
Right, that's my fear, is,
Do you want one more of those shelving units?
that's what I mean,
Like that are down there,
Yeah.
the size
yeah.
of that?
And because then you can pull off and you, okay, this is what I need to work on, again, it goes to process. You work on it and put it to the next set, and then but right now it's all on the table, so.
Do we have room for it? A big unit of shelving?
Yeah, that might be really tight down there.
are there like half units?
Yeah, well, I was
Or
gonna say. A lot of the space down there right now is, so we've taken all the archival supplies, right, that you've been getting us, they're on top of the shelves, but in that corner is like the box of mannequin heads. And it's huge, right? If we could move that
Yeah,
into fill in the blank wherever, right? And then you could slide each of the racks over and there would be space, or if there was one like it that's 2/3 the width, would also not be bad. But what you've got eating space is those boxes, which we don't want to get rid of, but that's what's taking real estate.
yeah, it's a big
Yeah.
collection of boxes. and
Yes.
They're all just mannequins.
It's mannequin heads,
Do you want me to put them out in storage?
we can put them out, I know we're not supposed to use that room behind. without
No, but
permission.
you have a storage
Yeah.
unit
Yeah,
at Superior
and
Storage.
if we take, and that's still on our list, but we were gonna do that last for inventorying it. So, because we wanted to get the inventory reflected on catalog it.
But if we got the mannequins and the mannequin
out of there.
heads out of there, that would
Yes.
clear up.
Because then you could
space.
shift over significantly.
And still put in another unit, yes order, no order?
I think we should get the tape measure out at the next work session. But I
Okay.
think if we shifted those, if we took those out, we could shift everything to the right. And there would be room for at least a regular, but and if that was too much, then a 2/3.
Okay.
The other thing is like we've got that clothing rack against the wall and we've learned we're not supposed to hang some of those things that are beaded and whatnot. So that we want to actually move in, but we're not supposed to have them against outside walls.
Okay.
So that, moving that and then moving those boxes, we saw them working on the outhouse when we left yesterday.
Yeah.
So if the shingles go away, again, that buys
Right.
significant room too. But a lot of that space is storage of non-artifacts. So.
Right.
I think we can rearrange the ones that are already in there too, and.
Oh, yeah,
Plus the
Yeah.
boxes. take care.
yes. But like we did, like the sewing box yesterday. And I did go through that with Aaron, when I got there, but that will be consolidated into a housewares box. That's a Mary and I need to get it wrapped and allocated, so.
I think I like the idea of maybe getting down there and thinking about moving things, taking things off premise and measuring all that before we buy, because.
Yeah, I think so.
I like that idea. Okay, so I'm just, I have it in my notes, but I'm gonna put a question mark next to it.
Yeah.
And work session.
Mhm.
Okay.
Um,
Jill, did you want to mention your idea for the record album?
Oh, yeah, so we've got the box of records. And in an effort to keep moving with the momentum we got, the idea I had is we're gonna take the records and on the work table, literally, so put the protection down layer and lay them out and take pictures, and then we're going to embed the pictures into a PowerPoint, load PowerPoint to catalog it, so we can get them on 1 to 2 pages
Wow.
instead of a picture of each one. 'Cause there's
So many.
yeah, and with the concept of if you go in there and need to see it, you can download the picture and zoom in on it versus trying to be able to scroll through. I mean, it's gotta be what, 40 pictures, 50?
Probably, yeah.
Records, not pictures, sorry.
And there's more in the machine.
The machine's already been taken care of. That one, there was only like 8 in there. That was easy.
Okay.
That we did when we did the machine because of how they were recorded. But this is this box of records. So.
Okay, well, it's 10,
Yeah.
almost 10 after.
I have something I really need to say about this. I think we should, automatically, when we bring in a donation form, make a copy, the printer will do copies, right?
Oh, that's a great idea.
So that, the one stack of things for Karen to put in the file is here. The donation form sticks with its donations. The copy sticks with
Yeah.
its donations. So, you know, so.
Yeah.
And that-
And it actually
I
is
agree
standard, too.
completely, but the problem at Grasso is they don't have the copy machine.
No, they do the printer copies and scans.
At ground.
Grasso.
Oh, at Grasso, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Is there one back there though, now that the office is?
Can't get in there.
We can't.
Oh,
It
Locked.
was unlocked.
Every time I've been, it's been open. The other thing, JG, is we can't get Wi-Fi access anymore in the museum. So we need to have IT come to a call. The work session, neither Catherine or I could get on, and yesterday we couldn't get
So
on.
no Wi-Fi.
And we couldn't get
at
on
Asti,
on the computer, my computer, or our phones.
nothing.
Yeah, so we just used the hotspot, but so it's fine, but.
Oh.
So,
One
yeah.
thing to consider on the, putting stuff in the superior stories is that place gets really dusty. I mean,
But mannequins.
The mannequins and
would
their
be fine.
box.
Yeah, if they're,
Yeah.
just keep that.
Non-artifact.
Non-artifact,
Items.
yes,
Mhm.
yes. Or there are things that are artifacts, like we've got several boxes of iron parts,
Yeah, that could go.
Yeah.
that could go in there. Mhm.
Yeah, that'd be.
We've got a shelf, a full section of the shelf being
Occupied
taken up
by
with
that.
iron parts, they're just
And I
miscellaneous.
think that's a great work
Yeah.
session thing, so that if we have a pile that
Mhm.
me and Parks just pick
That would
up
be
and
great.
take away, that's
Yeah.
the kind of thing we need to
But
do.
that's the kind of thing that can go there, yeah,
All right,
you know, it's not that they're not treasured, they're just not going, they're impervious at this point.
Oh, man,
I
that's,
know, big word.
they just dumped most of the class.
I would suggest, I think it's on, that the donation processes will be continued to other.
Mhm.
as long as everybody understands that, you know, the donation form is vital,
Mhm.
you know, the binder is vital, scanning them is vital.
Mhm.
And then getting them up into catalog
Yeah.
is vital,
Well,
you know, it's a whole process.
Well, and within that, a description and a tag.
Mhm,
I mean, the tags are key.
yeah.
And tagging them too.
Mhm.
But the nice thing is I think with all of this backup and photos, that if tags fall off,
Mhm.
we know
Yes.
exactly where to go to figure it out.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay,
okay,
planning session.
That was mine as well. Let's just table that for another meeting, because I just thought sometimes we'll need to schedule either an extra work session or something to sit down and schedule like rotating exhibits or something like that. That takes a little time. That's all. So in the future, we'll just have to work them in.
and Mary, I think that's a great idea, because eventually the collection is gonna be documented and then there'll be a whole new.
Yeah.
Purpose
I
to
think
the
that's-
group
I
and,
actually think that's something we should put as a work plan item in 2026 of how we build it into
yeah.
this case.
Cause this will, one part will wane and where the other
I
part
would
will
love
start
this
to
time next
grow.
year to go. It's current,
Yeah.
right, we're in real
And
time.
let's switch out an exhibit or something.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly, or you look at it,
exciting.
oh, we haven't put this out for a while.
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, but I think I think the goal in 2026 is to make that part of the cadence that we have already. Starting to talk like I'm back in corporate America.
Oh, your favorites, Joe.
I know.
The next one on the agenda is volunteer update.
And Scott and Dalton are kind of the lead on Jade
Was that just Jade? Okay.
primarily.
No.
Can I come in?
Do you have any
So
updates?
Nancy's here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything from a volunteer
Me?
perspective?
Well, I'm hearing all of this discussion and it's a little Greek to me because, I did go downstairs with Karen, no, Mary. Mary took me downstairs in the, at the museum. We went downstairs to
Yeah.
see what was going on and there were a lot of things down there. And, a lot of, interesting things, but it's, I guess until you're really enmeshed in it,
Hands-on. yeah.
hands-on, yeah, it's a little hard to, fully conceptualize what all this means, but it's interesting and I'm enjoying the museum, participating in Museum Day and, I did, as a volunteer, I did want to participate in the trail naming, going up to 128, the Native American naming, and I had expressed an interest in that, but I never,
I think that's a very long, process and it's
Yeah.
also with another advisory committee as well.
Oh,
So this,
okay.
this historic commission is only advising and helping with the research, but it's the other advisory committee. Is it,
It's OSAC.
OSAC
Yes.
that
OSAC,
are actually doing the
Open
work?
Space Commission, yeah.
okay,
Yeah,
yeah, that would be, yeah. So if I were to contact them, they could maybe guide me into,
I think it depends on, how you wanna, at what capacity you wanna be involved.
participate, yeah.
Cause
We're trying to keep her up to date on what's going on as, like the field trips and that kind of thing.
No, Karen's been great,
But
she's been really.
She's out of town.
I travel, and now, we just decided last night that we might move to Minnesota for part-time. Oh, our grandchildren are up there, so.
Would you like me to forward to you some of our emails that we
like
get
when
from
the work
JG?
sessions are coming and.
Yeah,
There's
Or is that gonna
always-
just confuse things?
well, so like the work session, I didn't realize there was a work session and there was and then these general meetings. And I showed up here for a work session with and had no idea what I was entering into.
Yeah,
And I said, Dalton, what, I'm here, where is everything?
Oh.
He's like, oh, they meet over at, at, were you Grasso or Asti? And, I said, well, I mean, I didn't see his message until quite late. I said, well, it's over. And also, you guys were very busy. It sounds like cataloging and doing all this stuff. So, but I guess I could have watched to see how that process.
yeah. So the work sessions are on the town calendar and it shows, will have the location. And that's just anytime there's 2 or more commissioners, we have to call an official public work session. And so they're meeting at the museum to work.
And Jennifer, just so you know, the town calendar still shows us from noon to 2, not.
Oh my
10 to noon.
God.
Yeah.
Oops. That is gonna be.
That's the vein of your existence, to get them to fix it.
Well, then,
Oh.
moving on to the agenda then, we have a Lost Superior update on the agenda, right? Is that Maureen?
I think it's Maureen.
That'd be Maureen. We have a total inventory on lost. What?
Oh, yeah. I am
I have
looking at the text of the book first. There are basic factual errors we need to correct. For example, it claimed that this was the Colorado territory when the Higgs settled. It was. The Colorado Territory wasn't formed until February 28th, 1861. When the Hicks came here, this was still part of the Kansas Territory. So there are basic historical facts we need to look at, not just the few about correcting the ones on the Hicks. That's what I'm looking at first.
I had suggested to Maureen to start a list so that the list of changes could be shared with the group.
Mhm,
That would be the most helpful.
I like that.
mhm.
Yeah. And I think changes like that, you know, tell her thumbs up.
Yeah.
Well,
Want
there'll be a lot.
You learned word.
Let's go.
Oh, yes, and I will ask for others' inputs. Then we will need to do a visual check of all the photographs. I am wondering about references to locations in original Superior that the fire might have wiped out. You talked about foundations of a Hague house over on 4th Street. But isn't that a part of the town that was totally wiped out by the fire?
I think it was, yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So I think it's a very daunting task, but I think if we start out with kind of the big list and then
Which
narrow
they
it
have
down
listed.
and just kind of peck away at it.
Yeah.
It can easily take all of next year, and I think
Well,
have about 100.
we will look at that first and we can do a professional book formatting. When you have a book like this that goes to several editions, there's a regular way publishers format it. They will have a prefix or a forward for the specific edition. I can edit it that way. The last item will be to look at putting it in an ebook format. That is slightly different from a regular print format. But that's the last thing we would do. We need to bring the text up to date and the photos also.
So I think if whenever she's ready to share a list with the group, that would be the best starting point. Okay,
I think the next one is also to Maureen on the stroll and scroll.
Oh. Yeah, well, I'll keep putting it together, yes.
So. I did the stroll back in the 60s, but.
Well, I sent you all a copy of it electronically, it's very rough. The point I wish to make is you can basically hit the highlights by walking. Now, in our announcement for the open day, we always have a map that shows people how to get from Esty to Grasso. But you could do maps using town hall as the starting point. And then take it to the Pioneer Cemetery. You can do town hall to Esty to Grasso easily. To get down to the Pioneer Cemetery, you can't do it as the crow flies, but you can do it. You could go from Grasso east that way. But you need to kind of zigzag between Depot Street and Old Railway. But you can do it if you had time. It could be a big loop. The question is how we fit in the industrial mine part. since we're promoting superior history, that's not really kind of superior. We need to look at it carefully.
I went to the cemetery, I finally found it after 25 years. It was locked.
Yeah,
So how does one access the cemetery?
we have a new sign going on, and it's by appointment, or they're gonna start offering limited but scheduled open hours.
And the combination, we can tell you the combination for the lock.
But we don't give that out publicly like we used to.
Well, we
Okay.
want the
if I
Pine
wanted-
Cemetery,
You
yeah,
can call me, I
definitely.
can take you up there myself.
Kind of hard to get that way. Most people wouldn't know how to get there.
That's terrible.
That's it, we've got to educate people to how much is within walking distance.
Mhm.
I do think in the mine site, I think she mentioned in her email too, since that's a Boulder County open space, we have to be careful about
Yeah.
encouraging people to go out there until, at least until we get
Until
that
the
trail
trail,
built.
but for now we can't.
Um,
So I think I let her know that, but I think we would need to remind her that we can't really promote people going out
It
there.
was on her email, so maybe.
Oh, okay.
I think she.
I thought it was anyway.
I toured it years ago and it was a great tour. I really enjoyed it.
We just need a trail out there.
Yeah, it must have been a
So
leader.
We just
Oh,
need-
it was you there.
Oh, it's probably Bob Morgan, he did a lot of things.
Actually, I think it was a woman. And they were just like, what?
All right, well, timing wise, we should,
Okay.
we could keep going.
Bloomberg Connects,
Okay,
that's Mary.
just for now, I've got an introductory thing from the Louisville historian. They have a QR code here that you can scan on and find out about the Louisville Museum. And it'll, as this introduction thing says, there are over 1,000.
Didn't know really do.
Pass it on through the paper monitor. Over 1,000 museums in the country and some international, including the Denver Art Museum, Huntington in California. But this will give us a good start. When you go on and you pull up your phone, Susan had fun with this too.
It was
It is awesome. So,
Sure.
so play with it over the next month and hopefully we can, continue and talk about this more.
Thank you, Mary. That's wonderful.
Well, thank Anne for
And from, yeah.
yeah.
Can you summarize though about a minute, Mary, about what does it do though?
Well, you go with the QR code and you go on
It's an
to,
app, let's put it,
It's an app.
it's
Yeah.
an app,
Yeah,
but it's like the greatest app ever for
and,
museums.
and it's designed for museums, and then you become a member museum, and some subset of the commission becomes trained on it. I want to say it's a pretty extensive training.
it says in here, it's
Oh,
like
okay.
so many hours, yeah.
Yeah, and then you build basically an online virtual view, is my
Like,
impression,
yeah.
yeah.
You just gotta see it to understand.
Yeah.
I just brought it up.
Yeah, Louisville has the 3 buildings, and you go within each building and it highlights different artifacts. And then you go and like what the town model is, they focus on a little model of, let's say, the grocery store, and then it tells all about Onego. It is just awesome. So.
We need to
play
look
with-
into it, in other words.
Yeah.
So, yes, we
play
all-
with- And now, as the director, the person, the speaker at Antrim says, and it's all free, and it's all free. And it's all
That
free.
app, and
It's
And
more like, if you wanna think of like a mini website that has
Yeah.
a very consistent,
Exactly.
look and feel and easy navigation.
Yeah.
Like she was talking about the 3 buildings that Louisville Historical has. There's like a main thing for each building, and you can kind of drill down under each one. The cool things that are in that one and the cool things that are in the other one, and you
Wow.
can kind of take. It's not really a virtual tour like visually, but you
No,
can
but
get
it's-
a whole
yeah.
virtual tour of everything that they have if you want to keep going.
And I know we're trying to hustle.
Yes.
We've had, I know I'm adding to what you said. A couple people, I picked up on comments that they're not comfortable with QR codes and navigating it. So if you're not comfortable with QR codes, let me know and I will do like we did with Google Images. That you now know how to do. So I'm happy to do a coaching session.
Coach Jill.
Right, so if you're not ready to be QR, if you can read a menu, you can do this and I will bridge that for you.
Thank you.
All right, excellent. Next item is our second grade field trips. And I've, that last date on October 5th.
It's the,
That last date, I didn't realize that it was the same week as not only our meeting, but our all program. I apologize for that. She gave me two choices. That was, the other one wouldn't have worked at all because it was gonna be on the 17th. So anyway, we got one coming next week on the 25th.
and then the other one is October
16.
16 now.
Hey,
It's not the
Did you
same.
get responses from everybody on that? Because we don't know who responded to you,
I don't think.
other than Dalton. I said he wasn't
Won't be able
available.
to be
And
there.
there's a good chance Wally and I are also not
Oh, wait.
available on the 16th, so.
But who the mayor
The
is, and,
sixteenth, not the second.
I know.
Correct.
That's right.
yeah,
Okay, I can't do the sixteenth, but I could do the second.
Oh,
But I thought I could have.
Yeah, so, yeah, just to review, I guess that's, Yom Kippur. And so they can't take a field trip on a religious holiday, so I had to change it, and one date came up was the 15th or the
16.
16th, and then I forgot about the 15th, so, so I don't know if you wanna consider rescheduling that one again, or.
How many would be available? Cause I imagine it's out of the school on the 16th of
I think
October.
as long as we have like I don't, the mayor is in the boardroom, so it's really
He's good.
just outside of that, right?
16th of
But you need
October.
at least two people in each location.
Yeah.
At least.
Could we just confirm now who's gonna be at each one?
Yeah,
So as far as you know so far.
Did they suggest any other date, Larry, besides the 16th?
yeah, the 17th, which is even
Oh,
worse.
okay, no, that would work.
And I also, a lot of this depends on the mayor's schedule too.
Yeah, and he's good for the
16,
16th.
and the availability of the boardroom.
Okay, let's back up then. Who's available for the 25th?
I am not.
That's September.
Oh, no, this is next Thursday.
Yeah, next Thursday.
I
So-
understand.
Jill, Susan,
Are you talking about September 25th?
Yes.
This Thursday.
Yeah, Wally and I are available.
Oh, okay, I'm available.
Yeah,
Well,
Thank you, Wally,
Yeah.
for making yourself available.
Susan and I were chatting about this and we would like to shadow.
I'm sorry, say again.
Susan and I were chatting about this yesterday. We'd like to shadow like the first groups at each place because I haven't done it for years and Susan's never
I've done.
participated, so. For a little retraining.
So I wouldn't wanna be like the lead person or something, because I wouldn't.
oh, come now. They threw me in like
You can do it.
They threw me in last year with just feet first. Yes, you can do it. You got it.
Okay, well, let's,
So if
who's-
possible,
who's gonna be at Asti then on the 25th?
Let's assign that. Let's just get a head count.
Well,
This
Okay.
is,
well, right now I
So
have 4.
So we have, well, I can jump in if I need to.
and you, Larry, are you going to be there?
Pardon?
Are you going to be there?
Yes. I will
So,
be there.
so if you said just 2 at each location, you need 4 minimum, and you've got 4 right now, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not
so-
sure, I might be able to, or not, you had asked me, Karen, right, for the 25th? Is that's a
Thursday.
Thursday?
Okay, and then for the 16th, what do we got?
I
Who can be there on the 16th?
can't be there on the 16th.
Jill, Larry. I can be, so Susan,
Jill, Larry, Susan,
Larry,
Larry, Mary.
Larry,
Mary's
And then-
good for the 16th.
And then we possibly may have Scott and or Dalton that we're not factoring in right now.
Dalton said he was not available.
No
on the
Dalton for the
25th?
for the
No,
16th.
The
I'm back on
16th.
the 16th.
Yeah, so we don't know about Scott.
JG can jump in as needed.
It's like we working
Well,
with the
if we-
skeleton
if we
crew.
got in a jam, could we call on some of our alumni? I'm thinking like an Alan or a Katie or someone for a day.
Yeah.
Larry, I can, so JG and I can both be on call.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
for both
If I
of
can
them.
come on the 25th, do you want me to come? Is it
Sure.
and help? I mean,
Well, sometimes it's like hurting kids
Yeah.
too, so.
sure.
Yeah, so part of it is not
You're not
necessarily leading a discussion, it's just helping with.
Second, I was.
Yeah.
When it's
Very
like
proud
going
of
where
you.
they're going, yeah.
Right.
I'm not here.
This El Dorado has just been a complete headache the whole way. It's just, there's nothing ever, but finally it did, and then there came this curveball.
Yeah, so is that enough to work with for now, and then we can communicate via email for the rest of the logistics?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, and I would suggest that we go clockwise rotation. Because I think it's gonna be easier for the mayor to send the kids to Grasso next. And then the Grasso people can send them up to Asti. We'll go that way.
Yeah, and then, Jen Lehman came up with this schedule of 9:45, be there. Buses leave the school at 9:20, I think I sent this out to you. The, field trips then go 9:45 to 10:15, 10:15 to 10:45, 11:45 to 11:15.
That was, it takes a period of time to walk from Asti to Town Hall or Grasso to Asti. So that's the hole in her plan. You're
Except that's
walking
for 30
kids.
minutes though, we don't
Yeah,
don't usually have 30 minutes.
Yeah, well, they have parent volunteers
Yeah,
with them
yeah,
for that.
fully.
But
But
it's,
it's the
it's,
time,
it's just the herding the kids takes more than.
Oh, yeah, it always-
It's a 20-minute walk.
but it'll account for on the other side, so hopefully it'll even out.
Yeah.
Her half hour becomes a 10.
Yeah, I think we've
15.
done 20 minutes in the past too, and this is 30 minutes.
Oh, okay, I thought we had a gap
But
between.
the 30 minutes includes the walking
The walk.
there.
Yeah, let's make
Yeah.
that clear, huh?
So
Yeah.
you talk maybe 20,
Yeah,
Yeah, you don't want,
25 at the very most,
Yeah.
because it takes them a while to.
Yeah, I was
herd them
gonna
along.
say, my recollection is we always were like standing there waiting and then rushing because the walks took longer than the teachers planned.
well, and sometimes our talkers talk longer than they
And
plan.
we probably, and
I
we
would-
probably shouldn't, because, you know, they're second graders, their attention span is short.
Yeah.
exactly.
Minutes.
20 minutes is
Oh, yeah.
very long, I don't
It's like
think.
5
Yeah.
hours for a first
Yeah.
round.
Yeah, you lose them after that.
Yeah,
Nice.
the other thing I would maybe also suggest is when I got thrown in. We had a couple objects for them to
Mhm.
actually use and
Yeah,
pull.
but having
pass
things they
around,
could touch.
And they really liked that.
Mhm. Like, I think we've used things like the iron and.
Something indestructible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so, okay, timing, are we doing okay?
Okay, I guess we got next week figured out, and then, we need, and tentatively the 16th, and, just need to check with Dalton, and for sure, I didn't remember Dalton not being available for the 25th, but I do remember him not being available for the 16th, and check with,
No,
Scott.
yeah, what I was talking about was the 16th, not the
Yeah.
25th. I don't know about the 25th.
Yeah, that's me too, Karen.
Okay,
Okay, so, we'll see all of you at. I assume they're gonna drop them off at Asti, that's what we've always done. I'll double check on that, otherwise we'll see you, can meet at Asti. And then the Grasso people can move over to Grasso.
Are we handing out coloring books or is that a totally separate thing?
The school's probably already.
They already have one.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
What time?
That's what I was getting at, let's see, so we arrive at 9:30, so is 9 o'clock early enough?
That would situate everybody, kind of get
It should,
everybody ready to
They're
go.
unlocked.
I was wanting to get into the barn beforehand. So let's text about that. I may just start at Grasso and I need to do some for the cataloging that we talked about yesterday.
And then, the barn's gonna be cleaned by,
That's not on the normal schedule, but I'll check it. I'm gonna
cause if
write
it's
it down
not
right
cleaned,
now.
I don't wanna put any kids in there.
No,
That's
Oh, we wouldn't
fact.
put them in, I think. It was
Just if they look in.
yeah,
So we won't go in the barn.
Yeah, so we're gonna have the house and open it
I
up.
think we just, yeah, the old house, yeah.
Yeah, just to open the door and let them.
Yep.
Wow, I didn't think.
I'll still have the barn checked though.
Thank
Maybe I
you.
should walk into the house.
Okay.
That thunder shack.
Okay, October 4th, museum openings. The usual suspects, I guess, would be on hand. Okay, so I'll just give you an update on that week before the second, 4th, and reminder to in. So I think we should be good on that. October 10th work session. And you want the
I wanna,
collections.
I wanna do we wanna do a search and find that day.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
So as many
Like
people
scavenger
as
hunt.
possible that day.
Yeah, so we
correct?
can go through those missing items.
Right.
That's an all hands on deck day.
Yeah.
Oh.
Back in
That works.
If possible.
We'll have we'll offer treats for everyone who arrives.
Ooh, treats.
Well,
See, people come when you got, they'll come for treats.
If I
Okay,
can
so,
back up to the October 4th, we are making that the Grasso Day, so we need, it'd be good to have, besides, just be good to have at least 2 people, one inside and one outside. To
Okay.
focus on the buildings. I'm too tired.
well, I'll be there the whole 4 hours, so I can open her up and then.
Just
do it.
maneuver people differently that day, so the focus is Grasso.
Yeah. And I'll put that in the commission corner too.
Oh, thanks, Larry, that's always good.
That's what I do. Hey. Fall program on the 15th. Boy, we're gonna have all afternoon. It's going at the bus.
Yeah,
I don't think you have to be here for the bus part, just to clarify, but.
Yeah, the bus will be there and it'd be good to have historical commission people there, need to.
When is the bus arriving?
The bus is here from 1 to, or wait,
To
2 to 6.
to
We might have to
And they
work
have
out.
their own staff, they have their own people, so historic commission, if you're here, you're gonna just essentially be outside
I
of the
think
bus.
Dalton said something about having one of us there for general
Sure.
questions.
Sure.
Not
Right.
about the bus, but about
Right,
town history.
You're right.
so maybe we should have a rotation. So we wouldn't all have to camp there the whole time, but I'm sure we probably all want to see it for our own benefit too.
right,
And then the program is at 6?
6.
Program's at 6. So,
6 to what?
7.
Oh, okay.
So I'm working with the community center staff, trying to figure out if the bus will be out front or on the side. We normally do big stuff like that on the side,
yeah,
but I kind of like the idea, even though there's trees and bushes, so people can
you
see
can see
it.
it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna have sandwich boards on the sidewalk at the entrance, and so I'm working on
Right.
logistics and comms and all of that, and working with Dalton to make sure
Okay.
payments and all that goes through. So as we get closer, we'll be sending out more information, but I do like the idea, if you're willing and able to be here to kind of represent the historical commission, that's great. But keep in mind that, it's gonna be a long day, but yeah, I think that's great.
And then there's a field trip.
Yeah, next.
So gee, there's a lot of logistics to this one, so thank you for running all that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Mary suggested we have the rotation, so 2:00 obviously is when it kicks off, so. Anybody want to volunteer for like 2 to 3 or? How should we organize that?
Can we do that one a little closer? Like, I know I can be there, I don't know timing yet.
How about Larry, I'll work with you and we can maybe create a schedule
That's what we could
Are
do
you
that.
thinking, what is, just in the creation of that schedule, like an hour or half hour, 45 minutes? What would be good time chunks for?
I think an hour would be.
Yeah, or how many people are available and divide it up from there.
And some people might wanna stay longer than 1 hour too.
So,
Okay.
I wouldn't mind
We'll get
taking
it.
5 o'clock, so I don't go and come.
That'd be a good idea.
and I know I can do something, I don't know when yet.
So I'll send out maybe part info, part what's your availability and potential time slots. Would that work?
Great.
Okay.
And I think for the evening program, Dalton will be introducing the speaker, I suppose, and, otherwise just be at the meeting at 6:30.
6
Only
o'clock.
till 6 o'clock?
Mhm.
But you got the room reserved till 7:30 though, just to make sure, I think, yeah, so hopefully it'll just take an hour.
Yeah.
As a volunteer, I can be available on the 15th if you
Okay,
would like to help. I
Very
thought
good.
I'm in town, so. And I totally want to see it anyway, so.
Well, and the other thing too, that I think, is like, I was thinking of using our sandwich boards and like maybe the historical commission flag, just to get attention. So, yeah.
yeah,
We'll,
good idea.
we'll think of all kinds of stuff.
Okay. Staff updates, JG?
So, the budget was sent out, we've got a few hard copies lying around, just a reminder that, the annual budget and the donations do not roll over into next year, so just keep that in mind. It's not a lot of money after we spend our projected amounts. So if there's any other lingering supplies or anything like that, that would help spend that down. Or if you just, wanna give it back to the town, that's fine too. So just keep all of that in mind.
Well, JG, we haven't spent that $1,500 yet, have we, for the right?
No, I just put it projected.
Yeah, so
So if
that'll,
you don't want it out of that budget and you want it out of the reserve, we can do that.
so we have,
So what's
$188.
italicized is just projected, it's not actually hit the budget.
If they started working on the outhouse, we'd probably better vote. We've already voted that money. Never forget.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
well, so we don't, so that $1,500 for right relations is not subtracted,
It is subtracted,
it is subtracted, okay.
but it's italicized because it's not actually, the invoices haven't actually gone through
Right.
finance. But just so everybody kind of sees where the numbers are.
We've almost spent our budget then. Great.
Any other questions with budget? So the way I normally do budget is in fourth quarter, I do it monthly. Just until the end of the year, so you'll have another budget next year, or next month. Wind the year down, can you believe it's?
No,
Yeah, I won't go, okay, I won't go there.
cannot.
Okay, so, we are gonna need some end of year stats. It's that time of year for me to start asking you to think about how many hours you've put in volunteer wise. Projects that we've worked, special projects that we wanna highlight, things of that nature. So I'll be calling on you to, via email for those things. So if we've not been tracking museum numbers, if anybody can, who's ever at the museum next, make sure to check those little lists I left and make sure they're filled in, and, cause I'm gonna need to grab those and just things like that, so, it's that time. Mary, you will be very happy with this next item. Mary, and I think donation and everybody on the collection crew has asked about the possibility of a utility sink at Asti. And Liam helped me get some plumbers out and we got some bids and we are gonna be able to do it.
Wow.
Wonderful. Yeah, so it'll be a small utility sink inside the closet.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Good, that's ideal.
That one.
So I'm gonna be working with Liam to schedule to make sure we're not hitting open museum or work session or field trips.
So that leaves you one day on a full moon.
Yeah.
And an even numbered month and.
So we will do that.
That's going down
Um,
town budget, I
Speaking of
guess.
Liam, I do wanna bring up the fact that the museum's been found unlocked a couple times. So I just, again, wanna remind everybody to double, triple, quadruple the lock, when you
We
leave.
have checked those and checked them.
Yeah,
When we
it
were.
was, it was unlocked this morning,
Really?
which one?
Which one
The
this
kitchen
morning?
door,
I know nothing about.
the kitchen
kitchen
So
door.
we, I mean, we stood there and,
We
Yeah,
were all together, I could have.
yeah, and we did.
but I'm also gonna check with parks too.
Okay.
But they're really not.
Well, they
should be
were
in
there, but they were working on stuff at the museum when we
But if
left.
they like go in and use the restroom.
Yeah, because we were, it was
So
locked.
again, this
Yeah.
is just a
Oh,
Yeah,
blanket
I'm just like,
statement.
wait, because we,
But
yeah,
also if you're nearby,
do a drive-by.
do a door
Oh,
check.
yeah.
Yeah, it'll help us all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Now, talking about Asti, the two screen doors on both ends, you know, they don't latch.
right,
And, the one on the front door, that needs to get latched or something, cause it's starting to sort of buckle out a little, yeah.
what if we just do the old eye hook and the hooky thing, would that work?
Right.
Oh, yeah, if that's what it takes, that's,
Like for wind, it just,
Yep.
if the latch is on the inside, it doesn't,
The wind was blowing up, but that's it when both
We could
doors
do
were
it on the outside.
put
Yeah.
it on the outside.
Yeah.
but to me, you know, we need something because even when we're closed, I mean, nobody's there. That those screen doors don't have anything to hold them in, and I don't know if the wind gets to flapping them around, and it could end up,
Probably the south one more than the north one.
Yeah, I
but
think so.
Yes,
irregardless, I think they should. And if the hook and the eye is all, it's why we're not there, that's all it takes, so be it.
I kind of like the simplicity of that, just the hook,
Just
as we
safe.
know,
that
those-
would work.
Yeah,
cause the latches that were there before were terrible,
Yeah,
and
they
I
sure
think
were.
it's just something
Yeah.
super simple.
And
Okay,
it looks very historical because those are such an old fashioned.
Sure, authentic, and you can't lose the key.
There you go.
so we have an old rusty one, we can have.
alright, barn maintenance, as we know, continues. We're on a regular schedule. Hey, guys.
I just don't know.
We're on a regular schedule, but if anything ever needs to happen, just let me know. I think because of the current issue that we're having, I know there's been talk about kind of programming the barn, like hanging things in the barn for display, but I think until we get this under control, let's hold off on that.
Oh,
Future minor memorial design meeting with artists, we already kind of talked about me inviting him to the next meeting via Zoom. The outhouse, as you know, that work was getting done this week, so that's super exciting. If I invite anybody, please go by, take a look, see if it looks okay in your mind. Carol Affleck really, I think we will need to send a thank you to her. She's just done a really great job, kind of consulting and helping like get this person in to do the work. We do need to have it painted. If you remember, we excluded that part off of the bid. And I just need to know, is that something that this group wants to do? Do you want me to request that Parks do it?
I think we said either us or the youth council came up with the
Oh,
project.
Silk or the
Superior, yeah,
youth corps,
yeah.
Yeah.
they're
Not the
only,
youth corps, the
No,
Superior Youth Council.
Silk.
Silk, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if they've got so many events that
Okay.
they do, I'm not sure. I think it'd probably be better if we thought about this group or the parks
I
group.
am happy to pay.
And we could do it on a different work session day or on a work session
Yeah.
day.
Now, you're talking about they're working on the outhouse. Are we talking about finishing the inside?
Carol had said that that should stay as authentic as possible, from my understanding.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about putting the seat and stuff in.
He did do that.
Oh, it's already done.
Oh,
Oh,
That's
okay.
why if you guys could just in the next, like between this weekend and early next week, cause I need to report back and make sure. Before I pay an invoice, I wanna make sure
Yeah.
everybody thinks it's okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
So when you
okay.
get a minute, maybe swing by,
Yeah.
don't use it, Wally,
Oh, shucks, come on.
just look.
Take the fun out of everything.
Just take a look at it and
Yeah.
report back to me and let me know if we're good to go.
The outside.
so this fellow's replacing the wood that needs to be replaced and spruce patching up and.
So
put the
everything
shingle
but
onto it?
paint, no,
Okay,
but that'll probably definitely be parks.
So when it's all beautiful, then we can, on open days, leave that little door open.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Well, yes, and we could probably latch the door open, even if it's just a hook and eye, so it's not swinging
I was
around.
gonna say, do we need to put a lockbox on it?
And
There's a
absolutely,
lock on it, but a combination lock.
Okay, perfect.
and we absolutely, and I'm not trying to be funny, we need a sign in there that says, do not use.
But I don't know if the seat is, I think it's, I don't know if it's solid or if he did a little divot. So, yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
an outhouse divot, Oh,
Is there some way, I live very close to the museum, I'm just down the street. I would be happy if I do find it open to lock it, but I would need the combo.
you just turn the, on and off.
It's.
Oh, it just turned the thing on, okay, great,
Yeah.
that's what I was.
Yeah, like if you're walking or driving, just
Okay, I'll
if
check it,
anybody wants to check doors, that's great, thank you.
sure.
So has grass have been left unlocked too?
No, it's been asked, yeah. Okay, so yeah, so if you guys could report back to me in the next few days about how it looks. Remember, we need to paint it and Parks will do the table and then it'll be done. Carol also wanted me to remind you that the Questers is donating money towards the paint. So we are not paying for the paint ourselves, the Questers is donating $200 towards the paint. So the Questers will also eventually need a thank you as well, once we get that fund.
Yeah, if we're gonna do the painting, we need to try and work that in before it's cold.
Well, that's where I was, well, you read my mind.
Definitely.
October 14th.
That's museum week.
Yeah.
Just another couple things so we can wrap this up. It's been a while, but the gentleman that I hired to create the video of the industrial mine walk. He's been working on it like crazy and, I think one of the things that was really hard for him is the walking and the video, and it was a little bumpy,
Oh.
and he doesn't have the super fancy stabilizing stuff. So he was doing a little bit of AI work to get it to stabilize, and it looks really good. One thing that he did do, and I'm on the fence about, is he took some of the historic photos that I provided that I thought would be good in betweens as he's sort of talking, you know, just to create some visual interest. And he wanted me to look at this, but he did a little AI with it. So like, there's one image, it's a historic image of just the whole area. And the AI actually makes the train go by with steam coming out.
Oh,
And some of them are really cool,
Yeah.
and then a couple of them are like, I don't know.
Start to look at that and go,
That's it.
time period appropriate train.
Yeah.
Well, they're from our photos.
Oh, so he just made the train move?
Yes.
Okay, I thought he was like adding it to it, I'm like,
But there is a couple spots where he did, like, I think, show a house. And is referring to the mine camp, but it's not a mine camp house, so I'm gonna have him take that out kind of a thing. So just know that there is a lot of work going on in the back. I might have you take a look at some of the AI stuff. Have you help me say yay or nay on a few
Okay,
things.
sure.
But I just want you to know, it's in the works. That's part of why it's taking a long time, is we had some sound issues, we had some stabilization issues, and then he got all fun with the AI, so it's coming. And that's all I have.
Okay, a question on, similar question. Any more news about the video of the Marshall Fire and all that for the ASTI?
I have not heard from Daryl. My video is done, so I just need to check back in with her. Thank you for that, because we do need those screens up, and I think she had said fall. So, okay, we're just
I
about
think are
there.
we officially fall?
Almost.
Few days.
Couple days, huh?
So, yeah,
Okay, so then-
thank you, Mary.
In the other department, I think that my opinion is that maybe we should be doing something for the 150-250, the 150 years of statehood, 250 years of the United States. And it's probably too late to do something big. But so just be thinking of that, what we might be able to do. Now, my wife and the organization she's in just put out a bunch of banners at the Broomfield Library, for example, I think with the 150-250 on it, something. You know, we could look into doing something toward the acknowledgement of our upcoming birthdays.
Yeah, and coordinating with the town.
Yeah.
And one suggestion I had made to Larry when he and I talked about this yesterday was maybe for Larry and I to check in with comms to see if they have maybe something going that we're just not aware of. So we'll start there and then go from there.
Just be thinking about what might be an appropriate effort on that. We'll tell you what we find out.
And then if you know of anything that's going on, I know a lot of other cities around us are doing stuff. Museums and art programs and things like that, so if you hear of anything else, maybe share that with the group.
Anybody else have something in the other department?
One quick announcement that, council approved, the plans to move forward on the senior attainable housing project that is going to be in downtown Superior. And why I bring it up to this group is it's been nicknamed, but appropriately named Kite Route Crossing. And they are doing some design pieces inside that are actually to talk about that. So as we get more drawings and more ideas, I think you all need to be part of this conversation, because I think it's just one of those neat things when a company comes in and builds a project and has full storytelling in their genes and are using it. So
That's good to hear, because I had a conversation with somebody about 4 or 5 years ago, and they decided to use that.
That's right, I remember that.
yeah, so like the lobby has a photo or an etched wall that they're envisioning right now with a nod to that. So, and then a historical piece to that. So I'll keep you guys updated, but I just thought it was. It's right below Discovery, homes on Discovery that overlook kind of downtown. And then it is on a very interesting piece of, property right there, basically just east of the gigantic new Alta building that's being put in the ground right now.
It's a senior housing.
It is, yeah.
55.
55 plus attainable, yeah, so there'll be some,
Wow.
yeah, it's great.
Maybe I'll move.
Personal
interest.
Yeah,
That
but-
reminds me too, that I don't know if Heather, if you heard anything about what the planning department, planning commission did, you know, they were considering that property to the east of Astor Park from Maple Street to Cold Creek Drive to change the zoning on that to mixed. From commercial to mixed, I think.
Is that down where the Kefner?
No, just right by the,
Oh,
between
okay,
us and the gas station.
okay.
And we talked,
That's not until next month.
oh, it isn't, I thought planning commission did it.
Planning commission might
Yeah.
have, my apologies, planning might have,
Yeah.
and then it comes to council in
And I,
October.
and I haven't been able to find out what the planning commission decided. Remember, this is the Simkus, Mr. Simkus, who's talked with us before about it, and at one time we talked about a 4-story building. And, now I think it's gonna be even more. Because it's gonna go clear to Cold Creek Drive.
Yeah, I don't know if it was on
And,
this last planning commission or if it's on the next one. So,
We are.
I saw it on on the agenda for.
Yeah.
The one for, whatever it was, Wednesday night or whatever. And also, he also went on historic walk with us once or twice. So something's gonna be cooking over there, depending on what the commission and then the council decides.
We're at 12:02.
12:02, is there a motion to adjourn?
I hereby make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I second.
As moved and seconded, and it's lunchtime, so let's adjourn.
Ooh, lunch.
everyone.
Very good.